Hey viewers, hey subscribers, and welcome back to my channel, Aquarian Empress Tarot. Yes, Reek wanted to be baby, so this is where we at. So I'm a few minutes behind, but I have a cake in the oven, so when my timer goes off, I'm gonna hop and take it out. It's a little chilly here today. Reek is needy, right, Ricky? Reek is needy, so he wanted to be baby. So this is where we at. This is my child. Anywho, y'all, I hope y'all are having a blessed Wednesday. Hey, Aisha. It's a girls chat night. It's a girls chat night. Oh, I meant to ask you, did you get to see the tarot class? Because I went over aces and I kind of recapped a little bit of the major arcana. And I'm going to be testing again. I'm going to get back to testing on Instagram and my stories. So I'm going to get back into it. And then I'm going to do, hopefully this weekend, I'm going to do another class. And I'm going to get into the suits. Is what I plan to do this weekend. Don't be looking at me like that. I plan to get into the suits. That way we can kind of get practice and do, like, you know, mock readings or whatever, so that whoever's watching can get a good. Okay, I got you. So I'm still gonna go through the major arcana because I feel like some people, it takes some time to get the hang of the major arcana. So I'm gonna keep going through and just recording and then posting, and people can comment. I was gonna do it live, but it's hard to, can I save a live stream? Yeah, I can save a live stream. Actually, I can do a live stream. I can do a live class. But I just try to keep it short and simple, so it's not too long and it's not too overwhelming. So, and people can always comment, go back and watch the video. Absolutely. I think I'll go live so that we can do exercises. So we can do that. Like just little 3-card pulls, so everybody can kind of get familiar with the cards and practicing tapping into your intuition, as well as like the general meanings of the card. So I think that'd be a great idea. Rick, are you cold? He's so needy. But yeah, we can do that for sure. Because anybody who's trying to learn tarot, I want them to learn it. Here, Pops. You can go. Yep. Hey, Aquarian love. How are you? But yeah, I'm going to really try to get into it, so everybody or anybody who wants to learn can, benefit from the class and really learn how to navigate through the tarot. Oh, I'm so sorry, Aquarian. I'm just getting rid of chewing. I hope everything works out. You know what? I don't have my lighter, y'all. Hey, Valerie. How are you, love? We missed you. Girl, we had missed you for sure. Now my lighter don't want to act right. Okay. That one's out. This one's out. But this one's not. Thank you, Aisha. Anybody that's hopping in the live stream, please either send oh dang, I'm sorry to hear that, Aquarian. But you know what? I was just talking about this the other day. Sometimes we think like in tarot, when we see tower moments, we think tower moments, oh my God, this major change is happening. But sometimes it all works out, like in the long run for our benefit. Because, I mean, the job was stressful as hell when you really, y'all, Me tearing stuff up. The job was stressful as hell when you really stop and think about it. So it's probably a good thing that you're having to leave earlier than you anticipated anyway, you know? I mean, I definitely understand your frustration and how you feel, but looking at the, you know, exactly. And you don't have to be a part of the shit show anymore. Now it's on them. Now they can do whatever it was that they were going to do to begin with, you know? Tonight's girls chat, y'all. So I wanted to hop into the topic, but what I will do is after we get through the topic, I will, anybody who wants a reading, if you donate now, after we get through the girls chat, yeah, that's always it's always a bittersweet situation when you have clients like that, because you get attached to your clients. So I understand. Definitely sending you love. Definitely sending you love. Reek, get out of my chair. But what was the topic, y'all? Hang on. I had a note for our topic tonight. But last night I was talking about shadow work, because I think a lot of people get shadow work misconstrued. Thank you, Valerie Love. Oh, I was going to ask y'all to share, like, what kind of experiences have you guys had, like, with the spiritual realm that caused you to be a believer? Like, what caused you to believe in spirituality or believe that the spiritual realm is real? Like, y'all, Rico's eating my heart decorations. But, yeah, that's what I kind of wanted to talk about tonight, because I feel like for a lot of us, especially like in the tarot community, we believe in energy, we believe in vibrations, we believe in certain things because it's like, it's a fact, you know? Energy doesn't lie, nor does it die. But that was a question I wanted to pose. And if I had to think about and how it changed your life, like what type of spiritual experience changed your life that caused you to believe in the spiritual realm, like even just believe that there is a higher power or believe in a divine source. Like what caused you to believe in God, or what caused you to, you know what I'm saying? Like what helped you solidify your faith in whatever your belief is when it comes to your spiritual practices. I'm sorry, y'all. Rico's being so loud tonight. For me personally, I've had several encounters. So, you know, it's hard to say, but I definitely would say. Oh, really, Aisha? I know for me, when it comes to, you know, like the spiritual world and believing in a higher source, it's like, I've had experiences in my life, you know, where they call them NDE, like situations in my life that have happened that I know that I should not have made it out alive in those situations, and I did. So I know that there are spiritual beings. There has got to be a higher power that's protecting me. Somehow I'm divinely protected and covered. I don't know if y'all have ever experienced situations like that, but I have had several of them. As a matter of fact, just last Thursday, where I live, not even 10 minutes from the interstate where I get on every single day, there was a 137 car accident. How this accident happened, it was a chain of reaction. There was a semi. It blew up on the interstate. Well, this semi blew up. There was a guy who was driving behind it. Something told him, intuitively, don't go around this truck. Good thing he didn't, because he would have been in harm's way. He pulled over. He got out of his car. He's trying to signal to other people. He's seen this semi blow up. He's trying to signal to other people to stop. But one by one, all these cars just crash right behind each other. 137 cars. Now, mind you, I had already made it to my place of work. by the time that this happened. I probably had been at work maybe a good hour and a half. If I had missed in just a 2-hour time frame, that could have been me, because I take that route to work every day. Every day. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? So I got a phone call, and I was like, somebody asked, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm at work. I was like, what's the issue? And he was like, well, there was a really bad accident, and it's a whole bunch of people involved. 6 people were killed instantly, unfortunately. And it was a mess. It was a scene. They had to shut that entire side of the interstate was shut down. So that was one. I've had situations where I was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and I still came out okay. There was like a robbery taking place as I was about to go into a store. A cashier was shot. Somebody else was shot at. I got away from it. You cannot tell me. I am fully convinced that God, source, whoever you want to call it, is a real being. Certain situations where I know I should not have made it out of, I made it out of. And that's one of the reasons why my faith is so strong in my spiritual practices, because I know that if you live your life a certain way and you have faith and you have trust in a divine power, you're protected. Those were my experiences. So if y'all have had similar experiences, let me know. But those types of things kind of help me to have more of a firm foundation when it comes to my spiritual practices. And that's one of the reasons why I will always be an advocate for prayer, meditation, things of that nature, because it connects you to source. It connects you to the higher power. People want to get into semantics when it comes to religion. And well, we call him Buddha, we call him Allah, we call him whatever you want to call him. As long as you have faith in that higher power is how I see it, But that for me was one of the things that strengthened me in spiritual practices and spiritual belief that spirit beings are a real thing. Like I kid you not. Like I know that I have like guardian angels or whatever you want to call them, ancestors protecting me, because there's too many situations where I should have been out of here and I'm still here, like by the grace of God. Like I'm still here. So that for me was those 2 situations were 2 like in my face experiences that I knew for sure. I don't know. Other people may, everybody's life experiences are different, but for me, that solidified like, okay, I see what's up here. Like there's no way. Like, those situations where you're just like, there's no way. Oh, do you, Valerie? Yeah. But it's weird because even with the spiritual realm, like some people, which I did have a dream about my father, who's been deceased my father's been deceased for like almost 15 years now. I had a dream that he visited me. Like it was very vivid. It was a very vivid dream. And we had a conversation. And the craziest thing was the next day, there was something that in real life that related to him. And so I'm like, okay, he's fine. He's fine on the other side. He's fine. But it was weird. Because you know how you kind of like, you're kind of like, what? Like, is this real? Because you're thinking, okay, this is a dream, right? Like, is this a real situation? But then I seen something that only, like, I knew certain things about my dad when he was alive. And I saw something that he would have, I think it was something food or something, you know what I mean? Oh, Valerie, yes. Yeah, when you tap into other people's energies, you have to be careful because some people carry around dark energy. They carry around heavy energy. So I'm like, okay, this is a real thing, right? And energy doesn't die. But it just solidified the next day when I saw whatever that thing was that was in relation to him. I knew. I was like, okay, so he's trying to send me messages. And maybe that was that was confirmation for me why I had the dream talking to him, because he's been trying to send me messages, letting me know he's okay. Yes, letting me know he's okay. And sometimes the loved ones, if they had a difficult time in life here in the physical and the 3D, then sometimes they will reach out and like let you know like they're sorry for whatever. They couldn't be there as much for you as they wanted to be. They, they wish things had been different, and they do love you. They miss you, But it's like that was confirmation for me that it's a real deal. Because then my sister had confirmed some things for me, that made it even more solid. So I definitely believe in the spiritual realm. And then there was a person that I dated. Okay, I swear to you, I could swear to you the man was Satan himself, because he was just evil. He was just evil. Liar, habitual liar, very deceptive, very manipulative, very much like just, you can see the emptiness in his eyes. And I just knew, I was like, this guy he's from hell. He's from hell. Very selfish, very narcissistic, no empathy, nothing. And that made me at that point in my life, that was when I kind of started. That was right before I got into tarot and I started learning about tarot and even spirituality. But I knew I had kind of started learning about, energy and things of that nature, and karma and things, soul ties. And that was when I knew, I was like, okay, this is a soul tie that we have. And the only thing that connects us is the intimacy. And I've got to cut this off, because I don't want to be pulled into this other person's energetic field. And this is how he is. But it's like I could literally feel it. And he was always miserable, always complaining, wanted what he wanted. Like, it was like the devil himself. It was like being with the devil himself. Hey, sweet pie. So Rico wants me to rep him. So that was another experience for me that solidified that the spiritual realm is real. Like, the only way I could explain his energy was demonic. That was the only way. That was, for a while, I had a hard time, like, honestly believing that demons were real. But dealing with that individual, I knew demons are real. And I was like, this is a no for me. You do not have to worry about me. That'll do it. So this is the end of this situation, because I don't want to be attached to that type of energy. You know what I'm saying? But that was another experience that I had that made me solidify that the spiritual realm is real. So I had, like the guardian type of energy, the safe energies protecting me. And then I have demonic entities really trying to pull me into situations that I don't need to be in. All right, hang on, y'all. I'm gonna take my cake out the oven because my timer just went off. Keep posting. If you got a comment, share an experience, post it, because I'm gonna be right back. Hey, Ricky. How you gonna flop on the floor, sir? Reap, are you in that corner? You know that corner is not a safe space for you. Oh, do you, Valerie? I'm back, y'all. Sorry, I had to take my cake out the oven. But yeah, those were just a few experiences for me that changed my perception of spirituality, you know? Hey, Ashika. Oh, that's awesome. Every once in a blue moon, I'll see angel numbers. I don't see them as often, but I get other signs. Butterflies for my loved ones that have crossed over. Butterflies are symbols for me. Ladybugs are symbols for me. Crickets are symbols for me. They come in like insect type of symbols. You know what I mean? And then just confirmation in other ways. So we're doing good. How are you? So it's just like confirmation in other ways that really solidified my belief in the spiritual realm. Like, okay, the spirits are real. The spirits are real. And so, which is one reason I would never cross over into tapping into spirits that I don't know about, working with deities and such that I don't know about, because the spirits are real. And you can really get yourself in a mess if you tap into things that you don't know about, you haven't studied enough about, because there's so many initiations, there's so many rituals, there's so many different things, you know? So those situations, those experiences for me are what helped solidify my belief in the spiritual realm and belief in spirituality. Like, okay, so angels and guides are real, just like demons are real. They're both real, and that's why you have to be very careful when you're calling on spirits. You have to identify, because demons have names too. They do. Also, I was gonna say karma. I think a lot of people think karma is negative. Karma can actually be good. It can be good and bad. It can be positive or negative. Karma is just like return energy. Whatever energy you put out is the energy you get back. So whether that's in a good way, like you're showing love, get out of that bag. You're showing love, you're helping, you're giving, you're being supportive. That energy, the universe is going to return that energy to you. You see what I'm saying? Even in your relationships with people, family, friends, coworkers, if you're being supportive, you're being helpful, and all of those things, that energy is going to come back to you. Same thing. If you're being hateful, you're messing around, you're lying, you're cheating, you're stealing, that energy is going to come back to you. So whatever we put out energetically is what we're going to receive in return. So, which is why I say do all things from a place of love, because love is the highest vibration of all. So if you do it from a place of love, you're going to get love. Love is going to come back to you. Break. Get out of that bag. Thank you. So there's that. Because a lot of times when people talk about karma, they talk about the negative aspect of it, you know? Exactly, Valerie. What comes around goes around. Exactly. A lot of people think karma, oh, you know, this is a bad situation. Even in tarot, if you listen to a lot of readers, you'll hear them saying, well, this person is going through a karmic cycle, or this is a karmic relationship. Karma is not necessarily bad. Karma just means that there are things that have to balance out. That's what karma literally means. I forgot what language it comes from, but it means balance. The scales have to be balanced. What goes up must come down. That's the law of gravity, right? So what goes out must come back. So whatever you put out, it comes back. Ricky, quit messing. So that's that, you know. So, thank you, Aisha. Yeah, if you're new to the channel, please thumbs up the live stream. Please subscribe if you like or enjoy our live conversations, our live chats, live readings. Yeah, welcome to the channel, where we talk about all things tarot, occult, metaphysical, and all these good things. But yeah, those are spiritual experiences for me, like that. Just, you know how you go through an experience and you're just like, I can't believe this happened. I cannot believe this is real. Like, I can't, like, it's a real situation. Like, you can't deny the situation because it's real. You know what I mean? Y'all, Rico has he's giving up running around now. He's tired out. But yeah. Anybody who wants a reading, if you sent a donation, you can send it via Super Chat, Cash App, PayPal, however you want to send it. But once you send it, please let us know so we can get you before we close out of here. But also going into shadow work, because we've been talking about healing, and everybody's been talking about they want me to do shadow work readings for the collective, which I'm going to start doing that this weekend when I get back. I have an event to attend this weekend, a birthday party of somebody very close to me, very special to me. So, and I'm traveling to do it. But when I come back, I plan on doing collective readings for shadow work for the signs, like what your sign needs to work on, what's blocking you from manifesting the abundance, the love, and everything that you want, what's blocking you in those areas. So I did a little rant last night on my IG live, but I think people get a misconception that because you're doing shadow work that, you know, you got to be perfect and you won't get upset, you won't get angry, you won't cuss nobody out. Absolutely, you will cuss people out because people do shit every day to test you, to cross your boundaries, to see how far they can go. And the only way they're not going to get far is if you chew their ass out and let them know you're not going to allow them to cross your boundaries. It's the same thing as dealing with people who are narcissistic. Narcissists, you give them an inch, they take a mile. They do what they do because they know that you're not going to say anything. They know narcissistic people who have those type of tendencies and energies, this is why I say demonic, they are very selfish. And a lot of the times, they don't care what you got going on. So until you put your foot down and say what needs to be said, they're going to continue using you until they drain all of the energy out of you and you have nothing left. And then you know what they do? They discard you and they go on to a new supply because that's all you were to them was supply. So until you let a person know, listen, I'm the wrong one, they're going to keep doing it. They're going to keep doing it. So it's all right to put somebody in their place. It's all right to cuss them out if you need to cuss them out. It's all right to tell them off if you need to tell them off. Sometimes, because, you know, I've had this happen in the past with clients, because some people are so damn sensitive to everything that you say and how you say it. Oh, well, you really need to be more this, or you need to be, I don't need to be anything. You need to adhere the advice coming from spirit. And if I'm not the one for you, then you should use your intuition and move on to a reader that's going to tell you what you want to hear and tell you the advice in a loving, light type of voice. I'm not that reader. And sometimes, just like with children, it's what people fail to realize. Just like with children, oh, you shouldn't yell and scream at your children. Says who? Says who? Says who? You constantly telling this boy to stop jumping on your couch and he keeps jumping on your couch. Do you think you're going to say, stop jumping on the couch? Stop jumping on the couch. Johnny, mommy said stop jumping on the couch. Do you think you're going to tell Johnny in that type of voice again? Absolutely not. Same thing with spirit. Sometimes people are thick. They're thick and they don't listen the first time, second time, third time being told something. So then the message becomes very direct. Absolutely. Absolutely, Aisha. Absolutely, Valerie. Absolutely, to all my moderators. Somebody coming in here, because that pisses me off too. I don't care what another reader said. Go to another reader if you feel another reader is suited for you. Of course, as always, it's your decision. It's your discretion. You can't. The funny part is, the person came to me asking for my advice and insight, so I give it to them. Now they want to sit and argue. Well, you need to consider that people who come to you don't want to feel attacked. You only feel attacked because what I'm saying to you, you don't like what I'm saying to you because it's factual and it's true. And so now you're going to have to put your little ego aside and decide whether you're going to make the changes to get to where you want to be or not. Exactly, Aisha. It's like, because y'all are moms, you and Valerie, so y'all know what I'm saying. You're not going to keep saying something in that nice tone of voice after you've said it several times. You probably going to snatch somebody by the scruff and be like, get over here now, because I done told you to stop doing this. And that's literally what spirit does to us. We've been put in situations to make the right choice and we don't. So then it's made for you. I'm going to go ahead and have him stop calling you. Spirit says, okay, she don't get it. She don't get that he ain't shit. She don't get that he don't really want her like that. She doesn't get that he's not interested in this. But she keeps going to this reader and that reader and this reader and watching this channel and hopping over here to try to hear what she wants to hear, because the ego says, I want to hear that my person is thinking about me and my person is in love with me and my person is a twin flame, when really this is your ego. This is not your person. He don't give a damn about you. He's not going to reach out. Y'all are not happily ever after. You don't even live together. But yet you've created this thing in your head that tells you, oh, this is okay. This is okay. Because you haven't done the work. They don't. They don't want you. They don't want your ass, is what Spirit is going to say. They don't want you. You're holding on to somebody that don't want you, and it's clear they don't want you. How often do you hear from him? Well, I haven't heard from him all week. Ding, 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 ding. That's a clear red flag. He don't want you. Well, he texted me this weekend and said he was out with friends. Again, how often do you hear from him? Well, I called him today. We talked for a little bit this morning. Again, it's questionable. It's here and it's there. It's random times. How about when it's time to actually see each other? Well, he may not have the money to come visit. Do you see what I'm saying? Spirit's giving you all of the signs that this is not going to work, yet you persist in stupidity, right? Exactly. Hey, no name. Yet you persist in stupidity. And that's what a lot of people do. A lot of people do. They persist in stupid shit. And they want the tarot reader to say, oh, well, you know, he's your soulmate. He does love you. And this is all going to work out. It's not. Throw the whole relationship in the trash. Because it's not working. And you see that it's not working. But yet you want to believe something that's not real. It's not real. You see what I'm saying? But this is a result of a lack of, hold that thought, no name, hold that thought. This is all due to a lack of inner work. And a lot of people, they want somebody else to fix the problem. No, you're the problem. You're the problem because you allow it. Exactly, Valerie. Exactly. Right, Aisha? In the trash. You're the problem. And until you realize that you're the problem, like I posted in my Instagram stories, you're the problem. That moment when that third eye chakra is open and you realize I've been the person perpetuating these toxic cycles in my life because I don't have boundaries. I lack self-confidence. And you'll see them. You'll see people who have codependency issues. They are not confident in themselves. And so somebody like me, because I'm very confident in myself, it's taken me a long time to get to this point because I wasn't always this way. But now I'm in a space in my life where I'm very confident in my work. I'm very confident in my knowledge. I'm very confident in my spirituality. And I know what I know and I believe what I believe. So nothing that anyone says to me or about me can affect me. I'm also very in tune with my shadow aspect. So I know that I have flaws. I'm aware of what my flaws are. So, and I'm working on those. Doesn't mean I'm a bad person. It doesn't mean I have to be perfect either. But there's nothing that somebody outside of me can tell me that is going to make me feel like, oh, well, damn, I'm just a horrible person. Absolutely not. I'm a wonderful person. Do I have flaws? Absolutely. Do I make mistakes? Absolutely. I am human. Doesn't make me any less of a person. Because I was told, well, you need to consider this on your channel. That's what I was told. Somebody emailed me and told me this shit. You need to start considering the people that come to you, because they come to you when they're vulnerable. So what are you coming to me for? Get your shit together, gather your emotions before you come to me, and use some common sense in your situation before you start asking tarot readers questions. Because a lot of the questions require what? It requires what? A clear mind, a clear head. Instead of constantly running around here saying, oh, well, I'm confused. You're confused because you don't do the inner work. You want to blame the other person. Well, he doesn't have this together. He's still at his mom's house. He doesn't have consistent employment. So why are you claiming him as your person? Why are you claiming this as a relationship? Make it make sense to me, because it doesn't make sense. And when you refuse to work on yourself, you blame everybody else but you. I'm the problem. He's the problem. They're the problem. You're not the problem, according to you. Exactly. Exactly, Valerie. And that's the thing. When Spirit speaks, they're very plain. It's like, this situation is not going to go well. And I'm telling you the situation is not going to go well. Exactly. But the person is in denial, like in denial and delusion. And they allow themselves to be played. It's just like these people on Instagram when they get scammed. When they get scammed, they want to come to me and say, well, I sent somebody $100. I don't know who you sent $100 because you didn't book through my website. I have a legitimate website that I've had for over a year now. If you did not book through my website, you did not book through me, and you did not send me $100. So if you get scammed, it's your own stupidity at this point, because every reader on Instagram has had this problem. Every reader on Instagram has told people, we will not DM you for a reading. Do you know last night I got a damn DM in my box asking me if I would be considered for a reading? Absolutely not. So if you respond to foolishness, you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. You play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. Then there's the whole abandonment thing. Some people don't know how to be alone. Some women, and I'm pretty sure those of y'all who read for other people, Valerie, I'm sure you probably experienced this too. If you're a reader, you know what I'm talking about. Some people have issues being single. They don't know how to just breathe. Breathe. Give yourself a me season. It's okay to give yourself a selfish season where you are all about you. You're all about your mental health, your physical health. You're not screwing nobody. You're not in somebody's DMs. You're not going out. You're not bar hopping. You're not doing anything. You're taking care of you. Some people don't know how to just sit still. Be quiet. Like my grandmother used to tell us, go sit down somewhere. Stop looking for a man. Stop getting on dating apps. Stop trying to get attention. Stop trying to be seen. Be alone, because you have issues that need to be worked out. You can't work those issues out if you constantly hop from relationship to relationship. That's true. No, name is very true. Men have the same issue, but I'm talking about women. Women especially have issues with being alone. It's almost like it's an insecurity for them to be alone. They've got to be able to talk about when they talk to their best friends. Girl, I'm talking to so-and-so. Okay, what is that? What is that? Exactly. Sometimes, especially when you've had dated a narcissist or somebody who's a damn sociopath, psychopath, you need to break away from that energy field and be clear of that type of energy. Cleanse the space. And I'm not talking about sage. Hey, Alexis, love. You've got to clear the space, clear the energy. Literally, I personally had to detox. my physical body. I had to detox. I had to flush. I had to eat cleaner. Like, to get the person out of my system. I waited an entire year before I went back to even thinking about dating. And even after I got to the point where I was like, I'm okay, I'm good, I actually started enjoying my solitude. There's a difference. Keyword solitude. You got women who are so desperate to have a man that they're like, well, it just gets lonely sometimes. Yes, your healing journey will get lonely at times, and that's okay. That's when you call your mama and say, hey mama, you want to go out? You want to go have dinner? Call your best friend up and say, hey girl, you want to go shopping this weekend? Take your babies to the park. Arrange a stay for y'all to go to a theme park. Go somewhere. Spend time with the people who are already there to help support you and fill that void of loneliness. Because it's not really loneliness. Because if we're being real about it, it's the sex. If we're going to be 100% real about it, it's the sex. It's not that you're lonely. You just want somebody to hump on. That's really what it is. If we're being honest, keeping it 100 right here. But when you take the time to work on you and to be single without anybody, any men meddling, interfering in your personal energy, you can take the time to clear your thoughts, clear your energy, clear your space, and figure out what it is that you want. What is it that you really want? Because sometimes women end up settling when they're not single. They end up settling because, well, he said this and he don't want this and he don't want that. What about you? He said he's not ready for a relationship right now. He said he don't like types. He said he don't want to be married. He said he don't want no more kids. Him. At what point are you going to consider you, your body, your mental health, your emotions? They matter. Your future. You shouldn't have to put your future on hold for him. Do you want to be married? Okay. So obviously you're not in alignment. If he's saying this shit to you and it's not on the same page, goodbye. See you next lifetime. Because he's not on the same page. And for the person that won't do it, there will be somebody that will. But you have to be strong enough and confident enough to say, I can walk away from this dude. I don't need him. I do not need him. Now, this is a different thing than saying, I don't need anybody. I'm Miss Independent. I can do everything myself. Because that's also a trauma response. Exactly, Aisha. Don't put your life on hold for somebody else. That's another problem that I see in the tarot community. People waiting around because they think this is their person. Everybody that you run into is not your person. They are not your twin flame. They are not your soulmate. As a matter of fact, twin flames are a real thing, but they're very, very rare. So 9 times out of 10, they were probably a karmic. Probably. If that. But all of that to say, when you do the inner work and you work on why you're desperate, why you're so, why you just got to have somebody. You just got to have somebody. Because a lot of women won't admit that they also have sex addiction too. Just like men have addiction to certain things, women have addictions too. And they be sitting there in denial about it, trying to fake like, oh, well, I just want to be with somebody. I just want a relationship. No, we know what you want. We know what you want. So let's not play. But if you really that damn desperate, get you some toys. Get you some toys. It's a lot safer. It's a lot safer. I'm just saying. But take your time to be alone. Take your time to say, I'm not dating. No, get out of my DMs. I'm not talking to him. He trying to get my phone number. Absolutely not. No, and no. Give yourself at least a good 6 months of not being bothered. And I mean that literally. Of not being bothered with men. Valerie, you cracking up and you cracking up laughing. I'm dead ass serious. It's a lot safer to get you some sex toys than it is to screw around with some of these men out here. It's unsafe. Okay? It's unsafe. I'm being very, very honest. Because you don't know where he been, who he been dipping and sticking in, and then you get with him and you let him dip and stick in you and you don't know where he's been. So it's unsafe. It's unsafe. And a lot of folks they don't even think about it. They don't even think about it. Oh, well, I like him. He like me. Let's bump uglies. Like, no. Take time to be alone. Take time to be unbothered. That's fine. If you got a high sex drive, that's fine. There's things for that. Like I said, there's toys. But please, don't just jump into somebody with somebody. That y'all cracking up laughing. I'm so serious. I'm so serious. Like, people don't think about that. They're just hopping, just like rabbits, hopping from this person to that person. Like, go sit down. Leave him alone. Let him leave you alone. Y'all don't need to talk. Y'all don't need to be together. Exactly. STDs waiting to happen, Valerie. You don't need to be together. Leave him alone, because he's probably an STD waiting to happen. That's what women need to be telling themselves. Wait a minute. Have you been tested? When's the last time you've been tested? Because you know folks lie. They be lying. But when you're desperate and you haven't done your inner work and you haven't done your shadow work, you have abandonment issues, you have trust issues because maybe you were married to a narcissist, you got out of that relationship, you never healed from that relationship, you claim you went to therapy, but you didn't stay consistent with it. So now you think you're all healed and all better now, and you just have no problems, and you're perfect. And so now you get into this situation where, again, you're repeating another cycle. You see all the red flags, but because you're overcome by this fantasy that you painted, you tell yourself, oh, well, he's a good person. Where is that going to get you? How is the good person that's unemployed, sleeping on somebody's couch, who doesn't want a relationship, how is that going to provide for you? Make it make sense. Exactly, Aisha, that too. How is that going to provide for you? I don't understand people's rationale, because it's not rational, it's emotional. There's no logic in it. Well, he's a good person. He was there for me when this happened. How? Over the phone? Hell, I could have been there for you. I could have told you some uplifting and encouraging words if that's what you wanted to hear. Well, he's a support. How? How is he supporting you? Make it make sense. You don't even see this dude maybe once in the year, if you see him at all during the year. You talk to him here and there on the phone. He's not present. You take care of yourself. What's he there for? If you need something, he ain't got you because he doesn't keep consistent employment. So make it make sense. Women, a lot of times, and I'm not going to say all women, this is what I'm going to say. Women who have not done their work, women who lie to themselves, fall for shit like that. And they think that they're valid. They think that their point is valid. They think that no matter what, it's going to work out. It's not. Exactly. It's not a need. You were taking care of you before he ever showed up. That's why it really cracks me up that people act like a breakup is just so damn devastating. You saw it coming. You saw the person's behavior. You saw the signs. You saw it coming. Do you see what I'm saying? You saw it coming. So now you want to act brand new when he's like, well, I think we need to go our separate ways. I think it's best we go our separate ways. Now she's having a fit. I can't believe he said it to me. I can't believe after all I did for him, blah, blah, blah. And, I bought him them new Nikes, and, I helped him put money on the car, and I took him here, and I did this for him. He didn't ask you for all of that. Another part of shadow work. See what I'm saying? You wouldn't even be overextending. Once you get to a healed place, you're not overextending and you're not giving shit to somebody who doesn't reciprocate. I did this for him and I did that for him, and I know I'm speaking from experience because I had to go through it. I bought him this for his birthday. I took him here. I did this. I did that. Why are you doing all that for somebody who don't really want you like that? Why are you doing all of that for somebody that don't really want you like that? Right, Aisha? Throw the whole thing in the trash. Throw it all away and start over. This is where inner work comes in. You're looking for, what are you looking for? A lot of women don't even know, what are you looking for in a partner? What are you looking for? Love, support, financial stability. What are you looking for? What do you want? What do you want? A lot of times you ask somebody, well, what is it that you want from this connection? Now they really got to think about it, because they really hadn't thought about it. And then the ones that have thought about it, well, I want to be married. I want to have a family. Okay, but what does he want? I don't really know, because you didn't really care enough to ask. You were being selfish because this is what you wanted. This is what you dreamt up in your mind. This is what you fantasized. So you assume that the other party is on the same page. And then you get your feelings hurt. Like Aisha said, you're disappointed because you assumed, well, I thought that, you're not. He's going to, harsh reality. When he blocks you from all his social media and he goes ghost, you're going to realize very quickly that you were never in a relationship. He might even tell you, I never wanted a relationship. I wasn't ready for a relationship. But you thought, I thought he would change his mind. I thought that, if I gave him time, he would change his mind. He's not. Exactly, Aisha. He's not. Well, I'm a good woman. I bring so much to the table. I don't understand why he wouldn't want to. It doesn't matter why. He told you he doesn't want a relationship. Listen. Now y'all see why people get cussed out. Listen, because you don't listen. So you assume things that are not factual. Then your feelings are hurt. Now you want to say, well, he did this to me. He did this to me. Did he do it to you? He got me fucked up. Does he have you fucked up, or do you have you fucked up? Because you're the one that didn't pay attention to the red flags. You didn't listen to what he told you in the beginning, and you assumed something that was not factual. He flat out told you. Because a lot of men see that women are crazy. They're crazy. I never said that I wanted you like that. I told you I just got out of a bad relationship. Ding, 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 red flag. I just got out of a bad relationship. I still got feelings for my baby mama. Even though we're not together, I still got feelings for her. I always got love for her. And y'all have a 2-year-old together. That's fresh. That's a red flag right there. That's still fresh. Okay? That's still fresh. But you assume that you're going to come in and save the day. You're going to change his mind. All of a sudden, you're Superwoman. And you're going to change his mind and make him think, well, I'm all he needs. I'm all he needs. So step aside. Baby mamas, step aside. It don't work like that. But that's what people tell themselves. That's what people mentally tell themselves. Like, it's a no. And, and then we go to then we get the clown show. We get the shit show because she over here crying upset. I can't believe he did me like this. But he's over here like, I never told you. I don't know where you got this from. You're crazy. Like, so now you're crazy like she was crazy. Because he's like, I never told you that we was like, see what I'm saying? And then like Aisha said, and then it's just like, you know what? I don't even want to be bothered. Like, then he's like, I don't want all of that. I don't want all of that. And in men's defense, I understand why a lot of them don't want anything serious, because women do too much. We just do too much sometimes. But that's when you're in an unhealed energy, because you're doing way too much. You're doing way too much. And you don't have to. You don't have to. When you're in a healthy connection, you don't have to do too much, because the person genuinely loves and supports you. They're right there. They're not going anywhere. But when you constantly have an insecurity, you constantly have a fear, you constantly have trust issues, that runs people away. It's unattractive to constantly you meet somebody. If I met one of y'all in person, right? And you were like, well, I got trust issues. You see my face. It's unattractive. If I was a guy, I'd be like, oh, okay, so this ain't gonna go far. And then, like Aisha said, I'm like, okay, well, maybe we could be friends. Maybe. Because she already, in my mind, if a woman tells me she's got trust issues, okay, so I'm going to have to deal with this. Tread lightly. And that's what men are thinking. Tread lightly, because she's got trust issues. She's probably going to want to go through my phone. Always suspect. Always think I'm cheating. Always think there's somebody else. Always got, insecurities going on because you're not confident in yourself. Because when you're confident, you're not concerned about cheating. You're not even concerned. It's not really even a concern. It's like, bet. You want to go over there? Okay, stay over there. Stay on over there. You go, stay on over there. It's not a concern. But when you have a lot of insecurities, you automatically think, oh, well, he probably didn't call me back because he's with her. He's with somebody else. Oh, well, now he's not responding to my messages. So it's probably something going on. Why can't it be that he's tired? He works a 12-hour shift. Why can't it be that he's spending time with family? He's at his mom's house, or he's with his children. He has his children for the weekend. Why does it have to be, when you're insecure, everything is, you jump to the worst case scenario that could possibly be going on and think the worst situation, and it's not even that. That's why shadow work is important. All right, so I'm done ranting and raving. But anyways, I'm done ranting and raving. I've been raving for an hour. It's 8:38. We started at 7:37. But you see what I'm saying? Ricky, please don't bite. Do not bite. But you see what I'm saying? That's why shadow work is important. Because you gotta heal. You know what I'm saying? You gotta heal. Because don't nobody else want to have to deal with your shit. Like, they don't. Like, because you have insecurities. You're afraid of being hurt. You're afraid of somebody abandoning you because you've been through that before. You're afraid of being lied to or cheated on. You're afraid of every damn thing under the sun that you probably shouldn't be dating. Because love is a risk. That's just plain and simple. Love and relationships are risks. Am I wrong? Tell me I'm wrong. Because anytime you decide to engage with the opposite sex, it's always a risk. Somebody's feelings might be hurt. You might think this person is the most attractive person to you, and they may not feel the same way about you. Feelings get hurt. Exactly, Aisha. Feelings get hurt. Feelings get hurt in love. They do. You may want something that this person doesn't want. Feelings get hurt. So now you're thinking, well, this person is not considerate. They don't think about me. They don't really love me like that. Do you see what I'm saying? Love is a risk. They may change their mind 6 months from now, a year from now, 5 years from now. You know what? This ain't working out for me. You got to be okay with that. You got to live with that. He says, I want a divorce. 10 years down the road, I want a divorce. Now what? That's not an easy scenario. That's not an easy situation. Y'all done got assets together. You have liabilities. You got kids. You got vehicles. You got property. You got houses. You got all kinds of stuff. And he's talking about somehow want a divorce. For what? For what? He want a divorce. He done changed his mind. It's not working for him anymore. Y'all see what I'm saying when I say check in? Tap into your partner. Tap in. Tap in. Check and see how you're doing. How is he feeling? What's going on with him? Because you have to care about the other party, because it's not just about you. Hey, Reek. Hey, Reek. It's not just about you. You constantly being concerned about what you're getting out of it and not being concerned about the other party. 10 years down the road, he might just be like, you know what? I want a divorce. This ain't working. You know what I mean? This ain't working. Hey, no name. That's true. Sometimes they can lie. But I say that because a lot of times women get so consumed with what they want from the other person that they're not even considerate that this person has been through some things too. This person needs time to heal too. This person wants to feel loved. They want to be touched. They want to be caressed. They want to be adored. They want to be told, you look so handsome. They want to be told, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for everything you do. They want to know that they are acknowledged and that they matter. just as much as you do. Mm-hmm. Ricky, what's in your ear? No, you can tell your story, love. I'm sorry. I had to go off on a little tangent there for a minute. But you can go ahead and tell your story. All of that to say, that's why inner work and healing is so important. Bottom line. Because you got to work on you before you involve other people, because it's not fair to them. Hey, Reedy Poo. You're good, Aquarian love. All of that to say, inner work is important. It is important to feel, to heal, so that you can move forward. You know what I mean? You got to feel it so that you can heal it and work through it. Yes, love, it is. It is. Anybody who's donated for a reading, please drop a green heart so that I know, and then post your question. But yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 That's a good thing that you noticed that something is off. Did you ask him about it? I would just ask him about it. I would just be like, real casual, just like I would with a friend of mine, and just be like, hey, is everything okay? Because you seem a little distant. And I'm just concerned as a friend. I'm just a little concerned. That's it. Either they want to go, you know what I mean? Like, either they will want to tell you, or they'll withdraw. Either way, you'll know something's up. Mm-hmm. Mm. Then take it at that. I know you want to say, I know you intuitively can feel that it's not, but sometimes people play games. They think that they can, some people, because you're an empathic person and you're a very intuitive person, it could be work related. He's very right. It could be work related. But you know what I mean? If the person wants to play games and not really open up and act like everything's fine, since you're going to act like everything's fine, I'm going to act like everything's fine. And so I'm just going to roll with your energy. Your energy is up, I'm up, and it's stuck because you're not telling me anything. So I can't put my energy, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's a possibility. Really quick. That's a possibility. Thank you, Aquarian love. That's a possibility. You can drop your question, love. Absolutely, always a great idea. Yes, trust your gut feeling. Definitely trust your gut feeling is what I would advise. Since he doesn't want to tell you too much, I wouldn't give him too much. What you don't want to do is, because you're very empathic, you don't want to open the door for him to emotionally vomit on you, because he may be dealing with a whole lot and it's hard for him to process, and you think you want to know what's wrong, but sometimes we do not want to know. We don't, because it'll be a whole lot of mess going on. Okay, if y'all have that established type of relationship, then that's fine, and you're okay with it. You don't feel drained. Great. But if he, I would just roll with whatever he's telling you. If he's telling you he's fine, okay, cool. You good? You good? You good? All right, we good. You good? Okay, great. So we just gonna keep it rolling. You're good, I'm good, we're great. You know what I mean? Yep, roll with it. Roll with it until he tells you something different. When he sees that you're not even bothered, sometimes people like drama and they like attention. They do things for attention. So you have to ignore. You have to oh, okay, all right. Yeah, okay, great. You all right? Because some people, you ask them, well, how are you? And they'll say, you say, how are you? They'll be like, oh, I'm fine. But you can clearly tell that they not all right. But since you want to lie to me and you think I'm stupid, okay, you're fine. Okay, great. You're fine. Great. So until you're ready to open up and talk, you're fine. And that's exactly how I'm going to treat you. It could be, but don't overthink it. I would not think any more about it. I would not say anything about it. Since he wants to play this game that he's fine, there you go. There you go. He's all right. Girl, he's all right. You're overthinking it. He said he's fine. He's fine. Could just be stressed from work, and let him. That's his issue to deal with. It's not yours. Try not to take on somebody else's stress. You have your own. Okay, you have your own. Try not to take on somebody else's stress. I see you, Aquarian love. I'm gonna get to you in just a second. Try not to take on somebody else's stress. He said he's fine. Leave him alone. Men are like that. I'm all right. Honey, you want something to eat today? Yeah. You want something to eat today? No, I'm good. Are you sure? I'm good. Okay, great. That's exactly how I handled that. Happened to me yesterday. Yeah. Because what happens is you absorb. You absorb all of his feelings. And that's not for you. It's not for you to take on. Because what's going to happen is when you start taking on way too much emotionally, you're going to feel overwhelmed and you're going to shut down with you being empathetic. No, you're good. No name. You're good. That's it. He said he's fine. Leave him. Let him be fine. Because that's woosah. That's energy that you don't have to deal with. It's a different story if he says, you know what, I do have some things going on, and then he decides to disclose the information. He decides to open up and confide in you. That's a whole nother thing. But if he's not talking out, yeah, y'all water signs, I love y'all. Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Y'all take on everybody else's energy and y'all get drained. That's why I say y'all really have to protect y'all's energy, literally, because you take on. Exactly. And since he's not disclosing, I'm not gonna pry. You know what you have to do? It's almost like reverse psychology, and let him open up. When he's ready, I can almost guarantee you when he's ready, he's going to tell you whatever it is he got going on. Because he trusts you. He does trust you. He does trust you. All right, Aquarian, let's tap in. Let's tap in. Quit looking at my feet. Quit looking at my feet. That's exactly what happens. Because sometimes when we're empaths, we pick up so much energy. It happens to me sometimes, and I'm like, "You all right? You good? You all right? You good?" And my man, he'll be like, "Yeah, I'm all right." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." And, I kind of felt something was a little off, so I wanted to ask. I wanted to be concerned, but he appreciated me being concerned. I feel like same thing with your friend. He probably really appreciates the fact that you showed care. See, so that's that's gold right there. He just told you. So if something's going on, you probably will be one of the first people he tells, because he trusts you like that. So you have nothing to worry about. If he said he's fine, he is all right. Let's see, Spirit. Work situation. Spirit, what's the possible outcome for Aquarian in regards to work? Aquarian, I understand the frustration. Definitely understand your frustration. It's disappointing. Let's see, possible outcome. Ace of Swords. There's gonna be new clarity. You're gonna find out the why all of this is going on eventually. When you move on and you get something better. Also, aces are new opportunities. So you're gonna have a new opportunity going forward. I feel like when you get into another job space, to clearly communicate the type of work environment that's going to work best for you, because you've already been down a negative work environment path. So spirits wanted you to speak up this time. That was your lesson for losing this job. To speak up going forward, what it is that you want and what it is that you don't want. During the interviewing process, before you accept the position, go in, take a tour of the facility, talk to managers, read reviews, do more research. So that way, because you know the swords are air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, and us being Aquarius, we are very, very much intellectual signs. So we're thinking rationally and logically. And this is a moment where you got to speak up before. You have to speak up before. The passive behavior of not saying anything up front is what caused you to have this situation, is what caused you to have this tower moment. So going right into it, lay your expectations on the table. Either they will take it or leave it. I'm going to guarantee you. Good night, Aisha Love. Get some rest. Thank you so much for hopping in. Somebody is going to hire you. Yes. Set the expectations. Get clear on what it is that you expect from your employer. Get very clear going into the situation, going into the interview process. Do not let the interview process go through without you saying, listen, these are the hours that I cannot work. I will not work. This is the pay that I can deal with. This is the pay that I will not deal with. This is my minimum. Do you see what I'm saying? This is my minimum. This is my maximum. I cannot work weekends. I cannot work whatever it is for you. I'm just giving that as an example. You see what I'm saying? Don't let the devil cloud your judgment either. Don't let the devil deceive you, because it can be very tempting. They can say, oh, well, you know, they make all these promises, but they don't follow through. Do you see it? They don't follow through. That's why I said do your research. Gain clarity on your own so that you are crystal clear going in, so that you're not left out in the cold. 5 of Pentacles. So you're not left out in the cold and feeling like it was something that you did when it wasn't anything that you did. You trusted someone, aka the employer, to fulfill their part of the bargain, but they couldn't live up. So when they can't live up, it's time for you to step out. When they can't stand up to their word, it's time for you to stand down. It's time for me to go ahead and put 2 weeks notice in. Deuces. Bye. Because we're not going to have that. Yeah, exactly. We're not going to have that. That's why the devil is here. Because it was a toxic thing. And so now they kind of put you out in the cold. They weren't giving you, they're doing you wrong. They're doing you wrong for sure. We got the Magician here. But you are able to manifest something better. You have the power to manifest. Use that intellectual energy, use your skills, use your resume, and get to work. Spirit says you better work. If you want something better than what you had, Spirit says you're going to have to put your own creativity and your own skills and your own knowledge to use. Everything that you have at your fingertips, everything that you know in the field of work and the career that you've been in for the past 4 or 5 years, take all of that knowledge, combine it into a resume, make a portfolio, and send it to recruiters. Make a LinkedIn if you don't have one. Create a LinkedIn account. The recruiters will get to you ASAP. Do you see what I'm saying? The recruiters will get to you ASAP because you deserve better than what you've been getting. Great. Great. So focus on the positive. Focus on the blessing. You know, I say this in relationship readings, but this applies to professional and business relationships too. Rejection is God's protection. Whether it's an employer that's rejecting you and saying, oh, we want you out of here now. Or it's a client, a customer that says, oh, I'm not going to order from you anywhere because we don't care. It was God's protection. I didn't need you as a customer anyway. Get out. I didn't need you as a client. I don't need you to book with me anyway. Get out. You see what I'm saying? I didn't need you anyway. You are only going to be a problem, a pain in my ass anyway. So get out. That's God saying, okay, go. Because sometimes you have to be pushed in a situation. It's like you were pushed in a corner to leave. You should have been left this job a long time ago. Point blank, period. You should have been left this job a long time ago because you're highly skilled, you're highly capable, and you deserve better treatment from a company. You weren't getting it with them. So Spirit says, because you didn't do it, I had to do it for you. So he set it up to where they said, hey, we just want you out of here. Just go ahead and go. You're thinking, well, how can they do this to me? Spirit said, you should have been left this company a long time ago because you deserve better pay, better benefits, better treatment, better everything because they weren't giving it to you. You see what I'm saying? So instead of thinking about what you don't have, what you lack, and I know it's hard because, when you're in an emotional, fragile state, it's hard, it's tough. I totally understand. But look at it from a different perspective, almost like in hangman energy, like upside down. Like, let's flip it and reverse it. Spirit is protecting you. Spirit is protecting you. Your integrity. You won't be there when the shit hits the fan. So it can all blow into pieces. And you won't be there to see it because you will have moved on. You see what I'm saying? Ricky, don't do it. Don't do it. No. The Spirit says you have the power to manifest and create what you have. Utilize the skills, talents, and abilities that you have and create something new. Manifest, bring into fruition what you want. It's up to you. The Fool. It's going to be a risk. It's going to be a risk, but you got to be willing to take the risk and you got to be willing to have faith. The Fool card is about having faith. Blind faith. Trusting that the universe is guiding you in the direction you're supposed to go. They're jumping and they're leaping for joy. Not even concerned about what's behind them and not even really knowing what's ahead, but they're going anyway. That's the Fool. Some other people will be like, damn, I can't believe she just let them do that to her. Absolutely. Because it's going to propel me in a new direction towards something that's actually going to make me feel at home. 6 of Cups. Where you go next, you're actually going to be appreciated. You know that saying, go where you're appreciated, not tolerated? That's what Spirit wanted you to learn here. Go where you are appreciated, not tolerated. And that's their problem. That's their problem, not yours. Yeah, it's a done deal. Now you don't got to worry about them no more. Right? 5 of Swords. You no longer have to deal with this because of the separation. You saw the Devil come up, right? The demonic energies, the low level energies are all around us. There are spirits in the earth everywhere around. And some of those spirits are evil entities. And that's why you have to feel the energy, pick it up, and don't allow it to drain you. That environment was extremely toxic. Like I said, Spirit said you should have been left. It's time for you to move forward. The Chariot said. The Chariot is about moving forward. It's also about having the courage and confidence to do what needs to be done. Spirit says also have your guard up. Be very aware of what's being said to you and the promises that are being given to you and made. Make sure you hold them accountable. In doing this and balancing, because this is a balancing act between light and darkness with the Chariot, right? But it's also about gaining that confidence to move forward. Spirit says in doing so, you will reach fulfillment. 10 of Cups is fulfillment. But you had to go through a lot with this 9 of Wands to get to this new point. But you're going to have a better offer. Ace of Cups is new energy. It's a new offer that's filled with opportunities, that's filled with new, possibly new positions and things that you can, work in with the Ace of Cups. It gets better. But you know that saying, it gets worse before it gets better? That's like literally what you're going through right now. It's a tower moment. And tower moments are shitty. They just are. But it helps us to see where we lacked. Because that's how people are. That's how people are. And you have jealous people. Jealous people are everywhere. They're everywhere. Jealous people are everywhere. Don't let it pull you. Don't let it get you down. Okay? Don't let it get you down. You're doing what you need to do. Don't let it get you down at all. Better is coming. Look. A new opportunity is coming for you. And you're going to feel so much more at peace. So much more at peace because you no longer have to deal with the toxicity. Rico, come here. You're going to feel so much more at peace because you no longer have to deal with drama. You see what I'm saying? And all of that. See what I'm saying? You no longer have to deal with a mess. So don't let it get to you. Don't let it get to you. It gets better. But you got to be patient and you have to be consistent when it comes to opening up that throat chakra and expressing your needs very clearly before you sign any paperwork, before you make any agreements. Make sure that you're very clear on what it is that you need going forward, Ricky. So, Spirit, what's the advice? What's the advice for Aquarian? Spirit says, spiritual help, ask your guides. Ask your guides. Pray about the situation or meditate if you're not into prayer. But yeah, pray about the situation. Ask your spirit guides for assistance. They are there. The spirits on a higher level of the light and of the higher frequencies, they are there for a purpose. They're there to assist us in times of need. Within a year, you're going to see improvement. Recovery, time to heal. And look, thank you, Spirit, for confirmation. The situation will improve, but Spirit said, communicate clearly. I'm pretty sure I can almost 99.9% guarantee you that the wrong done will be made right because it's the law of the universe. It's karmic law. What goes around comes back around. What's put out comes right back. So, you know what I'm saying? So you don't have to worry too much about karmic justice because it will come. It's going to come full circle. And when it does, when Pluto goes direct, where did you get that leaf with the spinach from? Where did you get spinach from? Anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. Rico's in my chair. When Pluto goes direct and when Mercury goes into retrograde, people who was wrong, they're going to feel it. They're definitely going to feel it, for sure. Absolutely. I'm sure she could as soon as she walked in. Ricky, get off of that cage, please and thank you. Get off of the cage. You're not supposed to be up there. At all. You're not supposed to be up there. Get off of it. Get off of it. Get off of it. Off. I'm sorry, y'all. He does too much. But Spirit says communicate clearly is the advice. And the situation will improve. Once you speak up and exercise that throat chakra, it literally is setting boundaries in regards to employment. So boundaries can be used in all aspects. Yeah, it's going to take some time. Spirit said it's going to take some time. Take yourself a hot bath, Aquarian, or a hot shower. Cry it out. It's okay for you to cry it out. If you're not allergic to essential oils, I highly recommend it. Like lavender, drink you some chamomile tea and honey, like just to help calm your spirits, Go outside for a little bit, get some fresh air. You know, after you've had a good cry. Hang on a second. Rico, come here. Come here. Boy, oh boy. Come on, boy. Come here, little boy. I can't get no privacy. Yeah, but have a good cry. If you need to have a good cry because crying is releasing, take you a nice hot bath. Hey, Diana. Put you some lavender essential oil in there. Chamomile. Because you can use a chamomile tea bag and use it like, you know, as a soak if you want. Epsom salt. Sometimes they have Epsom salt with lavender in it. That's even more beautiful. Like just to help calm. Rose petals, like just to help calm your spirits down. Because sometimes when we're emotionally overwhelmed, it helps. It helps. Then you definitely need to cry. You need to cry because crying is a form of release. It is a form of release. It's a form of release. And you got to release it because you got to feel it in order to heal it and let it go. So you've got to cry it out. You want to cry it out in the car. You want to cry it out in the shower. You want to scream in a pillow. Whatever works best for you, but you've got to release it so that you can let it go, calm yourself down, and be able to get back on track to where, okay, now I'm focused on, you know what I'm saying, moving forward. I'm no longer concerned with what they got going on. Don't care. Give zero fucks about this company. They have treated you the lowest. They've treated you the worst. They don't care about you. They made that very clear. So letting them go should be pretty easy. Should be pretty easy because they don't care about you. They make that very clear. But right now, you are your main concern, and just being able to release those feelings of hurt, betrayal, disappointment, anger, rage, frustration, being able to release that in a healthy way. Crying it out is definitely going to help you do it. If you can't cry it out, sweat it out. If you want to go to the gym, hit the gym, go on a run, sweat that baby out. But you've got to release it. You got to release it, let it out. And then once you've worked out and you've gotten it out of your system, then you can take a nice bath, a nice shower, feel better, lay down, and get some rest. Let's see. All right, my loves. I am done for the evening. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to the live stream. I appreciate each and every one of you. Much love to everyone. Aquarian, this too shall pass, my love. You will find better employment. I'm praying for you for the interview, that everything works out for you in your highest good, in your favor. Okay? Don't stress yourself. Do not stress yourself because it will get better. This is a moment in time. It sucks, but it's a moment in time and it will get better because life is just lifing right now. So sending y'all all love and light. You're welcome, love. Next live stream. Next live stream will be Monday. But make sure you, if you're not subscribed, that you subscribe, turn on your notifications. For those who have not seen the recent videos I posted for the signs, please go and check it out. And please make sure you leave a comment because I spend a lot of time editing and creating the content. So please leave a comment. Good night, y'all.